Rome in flames. Nero, the deranged evil emperor, standing by, calmly playing his fiddle as the flames rise. Unmoved, maybe even enjoying it. It's a dramatic image, and like most dramatic images from ancient history, it's also not true. Welcome back to History Unlearning. Let's start with the fiddle Nero was supposedly playing. It didn't exist yet. Not in first century Rome, at least. If he played anything, it would have been the cithara, a kind of Greco-Roman lyre. More importantly, Nero wasn't even in Rome when the Great Fire began in 64 CE. He was 30 miles away in Antium. As soon as he heard the news, he returned to the city and took fairly swift action, organizing relief efforts, opening public buildings to house the displaced, and coordinating food shipments to prevent starvation. Not exactly your typical villain arc now, is it? So where did the story come from? It comes from the usual suspects, the Roman elite, the senators, aristocrats, and historians who shaped the written record. They already hated Nero. He had taxed them more heavily than they were used to. He filled their court positions with freedmen rather than old money families, and he blurred the lines between ruler and entertainer. And worst of all, from their perspective, he was popular with the lower classes. Nero poured money into public entertainment, theater races, festivals. He handed out gifts. He cut taxes on the grain supply. He made himself visible in ways emperors before him hadn't. To much of the urban population, he wasn't a tyrant. He was the emperor who showed up. After the fire, Nero did build a lavish new palace, the Domus Aurea, which included artificial lakes and an enormous bronze statue of himself. But he also enacted the first major urban reforms in Roman history, widening roads, mandating fireproof materials, and introducing new zoning measures. Again, not exactly the profile of someone rooting for the city to burn. But, and this is a big but, Nero wasn't some misunderstood genius either. He could also be impulsive, paranoid, and cruel. He exiled and executed family members. He allegedly kicked his pregnant wife to death and was likely suffering from lead poisoning, which didn't help. So I'm not defending him. I'm just refusing to let the worst stories do all the talking. The reality is less convenient and less cinematic. He was deeply flawed, theatrical, and politically reckless, and just an emperor whose story was told by the people he angered most.